All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel. This is Sun Mushy, and this is a pick a card reading on what you can expect over the next 3 weeks. I really wanted to do like a timeline reading. So how it's going to be set out is we're going to be doing week 1, week 2, and week 3. So you can kind of know what each week is going to look like. Go ahead and pick a reading number 1, reading number 2, or reading number 3. And you can go to the timestamps that are in the description box below to get your message. Woo. So as another update, if any of you are just here watching me shuffle, so I woke up finally, I took a shower, I did a little bit of cleaning. If any of you remember some previous videos, there's like a bunch of stuff on top of my mini fridge. If you're wondering like, wow, good job. It's actually a trick. Most of it is under those pillows. I just wanted the room to look like cleaner. So yeah, it's a life hack for any of you out there. Just like put stuff under other stuff and then, yeah, the Emperor, cool. Okay, so for those of you who chose, actually, let me change the time. 3 for reading 1. For those of you who chose reading number 1, we are going to get started by looking into the first week of what you can expect. So starting off, we're going to draw this card. We've got the separation card. So I just pulled this card yesterday or this morning for my new moon and Gemini reading. So that's interesting. So this first week, there's this separation that you're experiencing, and it's going through a death/rebirth, a transformation. So you might be in separation right now, but you're in the process. That energy is transforming for you to perhaps reinvent yourself and become more whole from within with yourself. But of course, this can be referring to going through a transformation to then no longer be in separation, to transform that into a reunion or a union of sorts. Table gathering, So I really feel like that's the message. Like you're in this transformation period where you might feel like you're in separation. You might be in some sort of separation, whether it be like you're single and you're looking for that partner, or you like don't have many friends, or like you've been separated from your friends for a long time, right? Because the pandemic and everything. It can be all of these messages. So this energy is transforming. We've got nail, it says crucify. I'm getting to me this is like a wound that you're healing. There's actually a reason this separation occurred. It's like you removed a splinter, this nail, and in doing so, and removing that, it had a hole, and from the hole, everything began to tear. And then we've got the Two of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Sun card. So here's the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords. And here is the Sun. So if you are thinking that you are stuck right now, or if you are not sure about what decision needs to be made to move forward, that's a good thing, is what I'm getting from all this. That this is a time for you to really think about like how you want to move forward. Maybe maybe this first week is just thinking and coming up with some new ideas that feel positive to you. Yeah. Let's draw an advice card on that, on this like energy where you're trying to figure out what decision to move forward. So maybe there's a card on what that decision should be. I'm getting, obviously, it should be one that's positive to you, but I know we can second guess ourselves, right? Like, well, what if we think it's positive, but it's not, you know? So this is your advice for that kind of thinking. Energy. Energy is energy. Whatever you think is positive, right? Because it's your intention that you're setting. No one else gets to decide. Renewal. So I think those of you listening who chose reading one, you are thinking about a way to renew something, to get a fresh start with somebody or with life or with your energy, with your space. Like, right? Like I did a little bit of cleaning, trying to get a fresh start. So maybe this is just a week for you to think about ways to clear the space, to really bring in some new energy. So, easy example, my room. My room has been this exact way for a really long time. I am thinking about moving things around. My bed, I'm thinking about pushing over to the other side. Like I might rotate this entire table that my computer and webcam is on so that it's like over here. So then the camera would be going down that way. All sorts of things. But obviously, take care of yourself. This is a time of resting. It's more of like thinking of this stuff. Will I actually do all of this very week? Who knows? But the thoughts are there, and it's like, it's okay. It's okay to have some thoughts about planning and to take your time. There's no rush. This is a positive time for you. So that's what I have for the first week. Then with the second week, we've got nostalgia. So yeah, obviously by sitting in that energy and like this feeling of separation and this same feeling of wanting to gather, that sounds like nostalgia to me, you know? So lately you might be having a lot of nostalgia for the like specific connection in your past, or many things throughout your journey. Maybe there's a lot of stuff that you miss that you wish would come back. So, and it might be really painful, and you're just like, you don't know how to let that energy go over the second week. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of walking away, of moving on, leaving something behind. So I see that you're continuing. So those of you who are worried, what if I go backwards instead of forwards? What if all this work I've been going towards of getting away from something toxic, what if I choose to turn back? I'm getting, even in the second week, no. So over this course of time, you really are going to a new cycle. Some of you have been really on and off with like some past cycles, and those of you listening right now might be worried, what if that cycle comes back again when I thought it was finally over? Nope, this is not about that. So if any of you were listening and getting this message about what if this is talking about the separation that occurred and coming back together with a recent separation, I'm getting more likely than not, this is about continuing to move on from that person or that situation, and that whatever you come into union with down the road is going to be something completely new, someone completely different from this person that's recently torn your heart apart. So, yeah. Or that your heart got torn apart when it comes to this person, you know? Okay. We've got shark, survival. Yeah, this is about survival at this point. Like, you know, it's not going to do you any good. You've tested out if you can survive in a certain cycle and loop, in a sort of energy, but that energy just tore you apart, and you realize it's not worth it. No matter how much I miss this person or job or play, no matter how much I miss this cycle or way of things, even if there's stuff in it that you did like, there was definitely stuff by the end of it that you didn't like, and you're like, it's not worth it for the sake of my own survival. I cannot choose revisiting this same toxic cycle. I have to move forward to something positive for me, something better. So, second week, it looks like you're continuing to walk away from stuff that doesn't serve you, which, from the looks of all this is really good energy. Then we've got the Knight of Cups, and we've got the Chariot. So, and I'm getting love is on the horizon. New love is on the horizon. A romantic offer, or an offer that is like, sings to your soul, if that makes sense. Like, soothes your, yeah, makes it like a wish come true, like a desire that you've had from the heart. An offer for that is coming. And that kind of an offer, you know, could never really hurt you. It might feel huge, might feel like the biggest offer of a lifetime type of a thing, but no matter how intimidating it is, it's not like trying to look superior over you. It feels like this mutual understanding that you're equal, even if, like, I'm basically, if you're wondering where I'm getting it all from, I'm getting it from this bird in this car. Like, oftentimes I'm in a car and a bird will fly by, and maybe the car I'm in, I look way bigger and intimidating to the bird, but I don't view the bird in that way. I actually really care about the bird that flies by. I see it as beautiful, and like we're equal, and that that I would never intentionally hurt this bird while I'm driving in a car, you know? So that's where I'm getting all that message, that this person who brings you an offer, it's like they're the car and you're the bird. Or it can go both ways, that you're the car and they're the bird, if that all makes sense. You know, like, you know, when you meet someone and they're just so amazing and you feel so intimidated, like they're like so cool, but because they're so cool and being in the car, like they wouldn't ever purposely hurt you, you know? Kind of a strange analogy there, but yeah. it looks like your life is moving forward. Whatever it is that you're leaving behind and moving on from, you're moving forward to newer things. You got to trust that the next opportunity is there, will be there ahead of you on your journey. So trust that the journey is taking you to more places that are exciting, to more opportunities that you are looking for. So week 2 looks like a transition towards that. You're moving forward. I don't feel like getting any sort of advice for week 2, but let's do it anyways. Just a little bit of the energy of like what's going on with week 2 here. We've got this rejection card. It's a pineapple. And trust. Yeah, if in week 2 you're facing any setbacks or rejections, like let's say you're really hoping on a certain opportunity, like a job opportunity, and they like turn you down or whatever, that rejection you face, look, that rejection is like literally just a pineapple. Like, okay, like it doesn't really matter, is what the universe is trying to say. Trust that any rejection that you might face or experience is not really rejection. It's actually you dodging a bullet, is the saying, like, whew, like, it's a relief that happened, that it turned out that way. Because now you can keep going forward and find the real offer. And the real offer is never going to be this type of a rejection. So let's look at week 3. This is the exact card. So I did the new moon in Gemini reading. The first card I drew was separation. The very next card I drew was twin flame. So it's very interesting. This is all tying together. So maybe by the 3rd week, you're feeling really confident on your journey. You're trusting it. You're trusting that all the rejection that you're facing is to help you come into alignment with yourself, and maybe with like a counterpart, like someone who meets your energy, who matches your vibe. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, and it's like, because you're worthy and all of your hard work paid off. See, this person is like celebrating, like you're at this table where you've made all of this accomplishment happen all by yourself. You're like, I did this. I did. Like, maybe a lot of stuff happened where you're like giving other people credit. Like, this was only possible because of that. This is only possible because of that person. But you get to a point where you're like, wait, this was only possible because of me. I did this. So you're giving yourself the credit by the 3rd week. You have all this accomplishment, and that's where you'll be. And I feel like people are going to gather, like the gathering card from week 1, to celebrate you. So you might be receiving some sort of like acknowledgement, recognition by the 3rd week, whether it's from one person or from a group of people or from your job. You're just receiving acknowledgement that your hard work is something to be proud of. Wow, I pulled the 888 card, and we got the 8 of Pentacles, so that's cool. New opportunities and abundance are coming your way soon. So by the 3rd week, like obviously there's more to go on the journey. So by the 3rd week, there's so much more that's going to be happening. So like in this card, it does seem like you're still in some sort of a separation, perhaps. Apron, service. Like you still are waiting for the opportunities where like you can build on your abundance or something. or that those opportunities are coming in by the third week. We got the Ace of Pentacles, which is like the new opportunities card, earth-wise. So new abundance just matches. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, I'm getting it. You basically have these new opportunities. You have this newfound abundance from working on what your job is as for you. And a job is not like something anyone decides for you. It's what you decide. If you feel your job is taking care of yourself, that is your service. You know, if your job is being a good friend, being a good person, just like think of job or service as your values. What do you value? Like, and hopefully the answer is you value yourself, right? And perhaps others, right? And so long as you're just doing stuff that you actually love, and you're doing stuff that you enjoy and that you care about, I'm getting like you're making it. You're building your life, and you don't need to tell others. You don't need to inform people about your success. You don't need to convince anybody that you're successful. Yeah. Then we've got Temperance, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles. So I'm getting you've been really taking your time and healing when it comes to this journey. The universe was just matching your pace about what you were ready for. And so now that you've done the healing, the universe is about to propel things forward, and abundance is going to be coming in much, much faster. That maybe things were holding you back from going as fast as you wanted to. Maybe it was because you needed that time to rest. You really needed that time to heal. And maybe you still need time to heal. So the universe is never going to push you for faster or harder than you are ready for, you know? So the universe is going to be patient with you and take the same amount of steps that you take. So the pace is up to you. So that's what I have for reading number 1 for what you can expect over the next 3 weeks. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I will talk to you all later. All right, for those of you who chose reading number 2, let's go ahead and look into the first week. So we've got free will, commitment. Wow. So this is a strong reminder to you that no one decides your fate. Nobody decides your future except you. No one gets a say in what you want out of life except you. You have free will. Contrary to what the outer world tries to convince a lot of people, people try to control you. The world might try to control you. Things like that. Sometimes it feels like that. Oftentimes it can. But you have free will at the end of the day. Nobody gets to decide what you want except yourself. So it's like, I'm getting this first week, you're just like done being manipulated by people. You're done being so easily persuaded by other people's agenda, things like that. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're just listening to yourself now. You're trusting yourself and you're listening to what you actually want out of life. And it looks like you're committed to making that happen. And then this card did flip over when I was shuffling. It's the Hierophant card, which is like the commitment card. The Hierophant is very committed to what they're doing in life. They really believe in what they're doing in life. So, yeah, it's like you're committed to following your true path. You're committed to listening to yourself, believing in yourself, and no longer doing what other people tell you to do, and instead just doing what you want to do. Free will, you know? This came out in reading number 1, so this might be connected. Both cards did. Nail and Crucify. So, and Table. Nail and Table, sorry. I mean, I am getting that this nail is in a table just like this. So, okay, maybe you're deciding to switch up who you're spending your time with, who you let sit at the dinner table, so to speak, who you let into your life. There were people that were there that you felt was always there. It was always known to be a part of the foundation, but maybe it's more like this nail that's forced its way in and you're ready to remove the nail, to take this nail out. Maybe you felt like you were a part of this, but maybe you feel like the nail itself, like you don't fit in here and you like want to go somewhere else where you don't feel like that, where you don't feel like this nail that doesn't belong. So you're realizing maybe the crowd you hang out with was maybe exclusive or very judgmental or conditional on how they spend time with you or what's okay and not okay to talking about your feelings or opening up. You know, when you express your free will, like, you know, of what you want out of life, it's like suddenly you become the awkward one where they're like, whoa, awkward, or like, not the time, bro, you know, just like for whatever reason, you can only talk about stuff at one point, but not at another point. Like, you know, this like exclusive crowd of like, there's rules on how you interact and all these things. And I get it, healthy boundaries, right? But it's like all of these people all share the same boundaries, the same rules. It's just judgmental energy is what I get from that. The magician. So I feel like you are the magician. You are the one. You are this nail, and that you are so much more than what this like crowd of energy, this group, this way of life maybe led you on to believe. Maybe you're a lot more amazing than that, and you want to do way more with your energy. You want to manifest a whole life where the people you're around are just as committed to caring and as committed to valuing you as you are, you know? Of course, everyone put yourself first, right? But it's like you're tired of being undervalued. You're tired of being condescended or looked down on. No matter what you do, it seems like these people always see you as like, "Aw," like, you know, like just condescending, just like he'll figure it out, even though you've been figuring it out. It's like, no, 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 no. Don't say I've been or that. Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. Don't say I will figure it out. Like, no, just say congrats. Like, that's awesome. Wow. You've been doing it the whole time. I've always believed in you. Awesome. But it's not like that, is it? It's more like this energy of like, you'll get there, like weird pity, even though like you just like you feel like you've been doing a lot. So people undervaluing your own achievements, and you've made real achievements here. Yet maybe this crowd wasn't valuing it for some reason. So yeah, it looks like you're wanting to manifest a brand new crowd. Whole new group of people that actually are like people, you know? So, hope that resonates, sorta. Like, I mean, like, yeah, like, I hope it resonates, but also, like, if it's not like that and your situation is a lot more brighter than that, like, more uplifting, and, like, the people around you are really supportive, like, that's really good. That's what I mean. But, and that's not to say that you don't have people who do support you and do respect you. There's just a certain crowd that you know of that is just, yeah, just, you're done spending time with that specific crowd. You can still, of course, have people in your life that do value you, recognize your worth, and are like proud of you and stuff. But yeah, so let's look into the second week. We've got Divine Masculine and we've got Purge. So maybe, yeah, that crowd was really showing a lot of perhaps toxic masculinity, what it means to be successful, what it means to be a man, what it means to be masculine, what it means to be powerful, all of these toxic tendencies that were conditioned into all of us on this earth. You're purging that energy. And you've been going through it, and especially in the second week, you've like made a huge step forward in that. So that's awesome. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Because yeah, you can just have a community where everyone realizes that we can just be happy, that we're all free to be ourselves, that I'm free to be me, you're free to be you, you know? So wow, like things really just take a positive shift forward. Over the next 2 weeks already. These exact cards, I swear I shuffled too. 888. So, yeah, this is like these people are like thankful for the work you've done, for the service you provide, of just being a helpful person. New opportunities and abundance are coming your way soon. So, yeah, you're feeling abundant and you're feeling like there's just more abundance coming to you in the future. The Star. Yeah, you're hopeful about your future. And the Page of Cups. And you're hopeful about love. You're hopeful about friendship and family. And just like, you're hopeful about meeting people who have a pure heart. Maybe you're hopeful about like romance, about coming together with someone. Some of you listening, maybe you're already with someone. Just take whatever resonates with all of that. But we're going to go ahead and just look into the third week because that looks really good. So week 3, we've got regret. Okay, so I'm already getting a message here that, maybe there is a past connection that you've got regrets with that it didn't work out at a time. Maybe now's the time, or maybe 2-3 weeks from now is the time. You know what I mean? Like maybe in the future you will have another chance with this person. New opportunities are coming. So maybe you get another chance, or you want another chance with this person. You regret the way things played out. Tribe. Maybe you regret it because you realize that this person, or maybe a past group, maybe you moved away from people you cared about that cared about you, and you regret that now and you like want to reunite. That's another message, But yeah, let's go with the love one for the reading. That there was someone that you regret the way things played out, maybe the way you handled it, because again, I'm getting this like purging of toxic masculine energy. And like, but with the Star card, I'm getting like, even though you face that regret, I don't think it's like that you're going to give up. I feel like it's like, there's no such thing as too late anymore. Like, it's never too late. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to heal, no matter how much time it takes. The Hierophant once again. Wow. So yeah, it's like, that the path you were on was all for a reason, and that it's because it's your path. There's this whole time you've been living life trying to do things that you enjoy doing. So you can't really regret that, right? So as much as you feel this remorse, you feel this regret, you also at the same time are living with no regret. So I'm getting that like, it's just a bummer because you wish that things were able to have played out differently, but they didn't. But you're where you are now. 666. Raise your vibration. Choose peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. You could make this work. You could come together. You could find a way. Shark. Survival. Perhaps you're counting on it. Maybe your higher self, your future, is counting on you to choose peace and harmony, to choose to raise your vibration. It's a tough choice. Sometimes it feels like we can't choose it because we're just filled with so much regret or anger or whatever feelings that make it really hard for us to, that stubbornness that people talk about. There's honestly, that's because you're healing, you're working through a lot. Like, you've got your reasons for feeling the way you feel. You are valid. So, yeah. 9 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So, yeah, this is about recognizing your self-worth and planting the seed of being open for opportunities. So, these opportunities are there. It looks like you will have an opportunity to like come together with like someone that will make it so that you no longer feel regret about whatever's happened in the past. So whether that's like a reuniting of some sorts, or like just meeting someone where you realize that, like, where, you know, maybe you thought like, I never thought I could feel this way again with someone or with a family or with a crowd or whatever, but it's happening, you know? So let's pull a card from my Moonology Oracle deck. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, which is right now. Today is the new moon in Gemini. So I think this is confirmation for those of you listening that this is really the next 3 weeks, that you're going to see these themes playing out. And there's no way to really know like exactly what this is all about. Because 3 weeks is still relatively short amount of time. A lot is going to happen over the next 3 weeks. But this whole situation going on with like regret and like purging this like maybe whatever old energy out of your life and things like that, it just looks like there's a lot of positive things on the horizon for you. It's unclear what or who exactly that is at this time, because there's a lot of you out there. This is all up to your free will. Like, it's a matter of what you, and that other people have free will too. Like, maybe you want to come back together with this person that you feel regret with. Maybe they don't. Who knows? I mean, we could pull cards about it, but I think I'll just focus on these next 3 weeks as the reading on you, and maybe in a future reading we can do like a you versus them on like where are you at and where is this person at and all that. At the same time, then I'm like already getting some of you are like, but what if that reading's not about this exact person that this energy was all plugged in with? So we can try, like, I mean, I get the Hermit, which is like, it's your connection, it's your person, and they are their own person. So it's like, I think their energy is in a contemplative mode where they don't really have it figured out. I feel like whatever you feel is valid and real, you know? So like this connection, I feel like at the end of it all, you're always going to care about one another. But as for what they will actually do, it can always change at any time, no matter what a reading says. But let's just do it. So how is this person that you feel this regret with? Like, how do the two of you feel about, like, what do you want? Like, is it about Eight of Cups, moving on, or is it about coming together? It's about justice and fairness, making things right, whatever that takes. So it's not necessarily even about an outcome. Woo! It's just about making things right, logically. Maybe you have similar thinking. We got the King of Swords, we got the Page of Swords, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. I think they want to work together with you. I think you guys want to make this work. That's what I get. As for how long that's going to take, who knows? It's completely dependent on both people, as well as just like sometimes just things are outside of your control. Things are outside of anyone's control, and you'll just have to see what happens. But I feel like that something is manifesting here. So I hope that was a good reading for you. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will talk to you all later. Okay. Reading 3. Let's look into it. So, the first week we've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the Knight of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Cups. So, yes, that's really good energy. So, I'm getting, you did it. You didn't get psyched out of falling off of your path. And that was it. Like, this whole time was all just about pretty much figuring yourself out, making sure with yourself about what it is that you want to be doing. So, the first week is kind of that kind of vibe. We've got 777, rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. So for those of you who chose reading 3, I feel like things are going to be happening really fast for you over these next 3 weeks. And I feel like you do kind of know, but you're also kind of not sure, and you're sort of okay with that. You're just kind of having fun regardless. The Empress, wow, so much queen energy. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I think you value yourself, you know what you're worth, and you're taking your steps forward to where you need to go. The Mute card, the Eight of Pentacles backwards, and I don't know. Leap of faith is what the card says. It says, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So, this is saying to me to stop giving things that aren't worth your time. Don't give them your time anymore. Don't put your energy anymore. Like, the risk you'd be taking is not reaching out. Like, maybe you're used to taking someone back or to reaching back out to them or whatever. Take a risk and just don't go back to like this old tendency. Now, another message though could be that like maybe you're the opposite kind of person. Maybe you're used to just staying mute, like not saying anything, and not putting in any effort when people reach out to you. Like, you just kind of stay out of it. I'm getting like, take a leap of faith. Like, put your heart's true desire into action. If what you truly want is to actually respond or to like be vocal or to communicate, like, what's stopping you? Yeah. So that's what we got for the first week. The second week's energy, the Four of Pentacles, okay. The King of Cups now. And that's it for those cards. But following up with those, we've got names, energy alignment, whole, mystery, hummingbird, sweetness. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you've got a lot of signs from the universe about things, certain names repeating, certain numbers repeating, synchronicities always finding their way to you. Maybe you got to a point where you would like sort of try and ignore it, think of it as a coincidence. But at this point, you're opening up to the idea that it's a real mystery, that there's something to it. There's an actual mystery to solve, and you're curious to solving it. There's sweetness at the end of the tunnel. There's a reward for you at the end of this mystery if you're willing to take it. But you're like holding on in the second week. You're not quite sure if that's what the move is, if that's really what's balanced to you, if it's worth your efforts, your finances. The High Priestess. And you're the kind of person that likes to be really sure on something before you move forward and pursue something. There's just a lot of mystery here, though, so you're just kind of going to have to go off of faith alone. You're going to have to take a risk and just go on this path completely, unsure of, what's ahead and see what's at the end of the tunnel. It very much could be what you've been looking for. Family. Wow. You might have been looking for a true family. So, 6 of Wands. Victory. Successful family. You've been trying to create a successful family. Dana, I don't know, High Priestess. Once again, you get the High Priestess, but in this deck. And it says, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So you could be a really good impact, a really good role model on somebody, is what I get. Someone that would fit right in, actually, with being a part of your family. Or that this person means the world to you, or is family to you. So even if they don't fit with other people that you know or have met or whatever, that shouldn't matter, and that you should be able to that you'll still love this person and be there for this person because family, So that's the second week's energy. Week 3, we've got the Page of Cups. Wisdom, wake up call. Time to move in a new direction. 555. Yeah, maybe it's time to maybe there's someone out there or something like that that's just worth your time. You've spent a lot of time cultivating your life and all of your accomplishments, and you give a lot to what you have and who you have in your life. But this is it's time for you to move in a new direction. It's time for you to put that energy out there into the world. There might be someone or a lot of people or something like that that could really use your kind of support, that could use your kind of wisdom. I think you're skeptical on how much it's going to take out of you because you're just a giving person. But it's maybe it's about just sharing wisdom and sharing time, emotional energy with the King of Cups there. So you might worry that it's going to be a financial situation about helping this person, but perhaps it's an emotional situation when it comes to helping this person, and recognizing that you provide a lot just by being an energetic match. So then we've got blue, serenity, tranquility, and peace. Wow. The Death card, Temperance, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, you've gone through plenty of transformation by the third week. You've done a lot of healing. You're ready to walk away from passivity. You're ready to walk away from your safety net and to go out there and to take this risk that's being brought up to you in the first week. So it might take you a few weeks or so, but you're building up this courage to really go for what you want in life. Yeah, you're done settling. You're done being in your safety zone, because it's honestly a little dull in this place where it's always safe and comfortable. You're kind of feeling cramped, and that you want to go out there and explore. Five of Pentacles, so it might be tough. I see with the Four of Pentacles is maybe not so much about that you don't want to give, but you feel like maybe, do you even have enough to make it? Do you have enough to give, to go out there and to travel? And I'm getting, by the third week, you're like, whatever, let's just do it. You just try. You just give it a try, you know? So then finally we have guiding children, and we have blossoming. And they say, you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So to me, it could be about literally children, but I always see children as like your inner child. So it's like not being so serious about life anymore, so much about like, oh, you have to work first and then like celebrate later. It's like, let's just be kids. Let's just embrace our inner child, that part of us that just wants to live life and have fun, you know? So you're doing a lot of healing in that area, and it's like really solid. And then blossoming, you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. So yeah, it seems like even though you've gone through plenty of transformation and healing and you're ready to move on from that for a time, at the same time, once you do that, you are going to therefore put yourself through a whole new cycle of transformation where you're going to really blossom, come out of your shell, and perhaps go see the world sooner than you think. Yeah, or go for what you want in life sooner than you think. Why wait? The real reason is you're waiting on yourself. You're being patient with yourself. You were taking your time. And that's completely okay. That's fine, you know? You don't need to know everything right away. And I'm just kind of like getting throughout these 3 weeks, you're sort of just having a good time, even if through it all, kind of in the behind the scenes, there's like this sort of missing piece which relates to the whole. There's like this hole in your life or something, and you've been trying to figure out how to fill it yourself. Sometimes that's an actual divine energy. Maybe that's your wisdom telling you that there really is something more for you than where you're at now. You might be the type of person that's always really grateful for what you already have, but you can't shake the feeling that something is missing. There's just something missing, perhaps someone missing. So it's just like, maybe what's propelling you to go out there, even if you feel not ready, you know, financially or whatever it is with the Four of Pentacles, you're just gonna do it anyways because you can't shake the feeling that something's missing, So I'm getting by like 3 weeks from now, you're going to be going out there and just trying something. Yeah. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you all for listening, and I will talk to you all later. All right. Take care.